We shall rise again. We shall rise again. Shall rise again. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Thursday, the 27th day of November. Time is moving. Before you know it, we're at the end of the year and we're getting ready to welcome 2026. How have you been doing? How is that goal of yours? Remember at the beginning of the year? Remember, as a matter of fact, in the last quarter of 2024, you got together and you were very excited about what's going to happen for 2025 and how it's going to be exciting and how you're going to realize your goals and your dreams because you didn't do it for 2024. So now we're in November. How is that going? How is it going? Great morning to you. Welcome once again to Value Added Thursday, where we have, life and language and lessons and legacy. There's always value here for you to receive. And so I say welcome, welcome, welcome on whichever social media platform that you are, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Podcast. Welcome. It's so good to have you. It's another Thursday. It's called Value Added Thursday. And what do? I just come into your life to add some value to you. So great day to you wherever you are. It could be a good morning. It could be a good day, good afternoon. It could be good night. It depends on where you are. What was it? In October, I was in Japan. And so I was 14 hours ahead of Jamaica. And so in Japan, it would now be good night. It's about after 7 o'clock in the night in Japan. So wherever you are in the world, I bid you welcome. Great day to you. It's good to be with you once again. And so today, as you see there, what we're going to be talking about today is social media, how you win. You're here. The fact that you're here watching me, it means you're on a social media platform. And you have your social media platform. What is it that you're doing about it? We're going to be talking about some of the truths that will help you to win in social media because many of you don't even know how to go about it. Yeah. So great morning to you. Shifting gears a bit, we've gone through a storm. The whole nation of Jamaica, we've gone through a storm, but I'm shifting. I know you're working on your plans to help. I know some of you have not yet even reached out to help, but you've identified the project. And don't worry, it's not going to end. We're not going to be fixing Jamaica. Jamaica will not recover by December, yeah, of this year. And some persons are projecting even beyond 2026. So you will be able to move out. Maybe you're gathering the information, maybe you're getting your people together, maybe you're getting the funds together, whatever you're doing, just keep at it, keep going at it. Yeah. It will happen. It will happen for you. It's about your heart and how you're going to be showing up. So just remember that. That's important. All right. And so today I want to shift gears a bit and I want to talk about how do you make it in social media because social media can actually help you to earn. Mhm. You're facing your personal storm. Your personal storm, it could be in the area of your purpose, in the area of visibility, in the area of income. You may be having your personal challenge. And I want to help you to understand that social media can, in fact, help you to break through on those challenges. Yeah. And so a question that you might be asking yourself is, can social media really work for me? I mean, I'm there. Usually, I spend my social media time just going on other people's platform, supporting them, texting, giving support, saying my 2 cents worth. But the fact that you have a social media page is why you're seeing other persons on their social media pages. But what are you doing? In addition to helping them to get the support from you, how are you using your social media platform? And that is what I want to talk about today. Yeah. Do you know how to use it well? So today I'm going to be giving you 5 practical, proven pointers because they've helped me as well. And so as I have received help, I'm also helping you to receive help. They're proven pointers. It will help you to show up. They'll help you to grow, to serve. I consider myself serving in the social media space every Thursday on Value Added Thursday. Many times I'm repeating the things I've said, but there is so much purpose in repetition. Teachers among us here know that. You teach students the value, the content for a lesson, and they grasp. The following day, when you think that you're going to be revising, you have some students saying, huh? I don't know, as if you've never taught it. So repetition has its place. It has its purpose. As a matter of fact, repetition is it. Is it? Yeah? So one of the myths is that you don't need, well, one of the pointers that I'm giving you is that you don't need perfection. You don't need perfection to make it in the social media space, to add value to the social media space, to earn, to get an income from the social media space. It's not the perfection that you really need. What you really need is the consistency. And I am so guilty of that time and again. Sometimes my daughter call me out on it. Mommy, you're not consistent. Why did you leave that and jump onto this other thing? Why don't you finish your focus on this area and get this area established first? So I am actually telling you, helping you with what I know, with what I've experienced. So one of the greatest myths that people believe is that you need to have perfect videos, you need to have perfect lighting, you need to have perfect English, and don't call me out on this. People put the pressure on me because many persons say that when they think of me, they think of standard English, they think of grammatical English, and so don't think I'm pressuring you. I'm just here speaking. Don't feel intimidated. They say English is my bailiwick. It means, and I did that on TikTok, it means that that's my area of strength. That's my gifting. And so I use that. And I've established myself, especially in the TikTok social media space, yeah? But it's not pressure I'm putting on you. I'm just showing up in this regard, right? So you don't have to have perfect English to make it in the social media space, and you don't even have to have perfect confidence either. I've seen people do this thing shaking, but showing up nonetheless. All right. So it's not true that you need perfection in those areas. Social media rewards consistency. It doesn't really reward perfection. Of course, perfection is added. It's added. It's a bonus. Yes. And so what you really need to do though, the thing you really need to focus on is to just showing up and being consistent. You win by showing up regularly. I can tell you my story. When I just started TikTok maybe 2 years ago, is it 2 or 3? Time flies by so quickly. When I just started, I posted every single day, 7 days a week. I was consistent. And in under a month, I had 10,000 followers. And I continued 7 days a week. And then afterwards, I felt a little bit comfortable. I was in the space. People know me. And so I started posting 5 days a week. And I was consistent at that too. But after a year, about a year and a half, I stopped posting completely. I stopped being consistent. And so it remained at 38 and then it fell back to 37,000 persons because they weren't seeing me. I wasn't showing up. And then what I was doing in order to think I was remaining in the space, whenever they posted the on this day, I would just push those out. Nothing new. And so it's the followership didn't move. It still didn't move. And my daughter challenged me. She said, Mommy, consistent. You're always talking about it, but you're not doing it. Why not? And so she said, she charged me 1 month, 7 days a week. 1 month, 7 days a week. And so I got the passion to do it and I started. And in the short time, it moved again from 37 straight back to 38,000. People want to see you. People want you to be consistent. They want you to show up. And if you're going to make it in the social media space, consistency is key. You win at showing up regularly, even if it's not polished, even if you're not perfect, even if the lighting isn't so great. What you post, you learn, you grow, and then you repeat. All right. So your audience needs to connect with you, with you being human and vulnerable, not a flawless presentation. So that's your first point. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Pointer number two, choose one clear theme. What is your one thing? God has gifted you with a variety of gifts, talents. What is the one thing that stands out? What works for me is using the English, doing the short videos on the English, the correct pronunciation, the correct phrases to use, how you can say this, the public speaking, giving public speaking tips. That works for me. Many people fail because they talk about anything and everything, and they confuse their audience. So what is Selma really about? This minute she's talking about this, the next minute she's talking about that. What is your one thing? Choose one core theme that people can associate you easily with that thing. For example, is it speaking tips that you want to give? Do you want to talk about wellness? Is it about English speaking? Is it about fitness, being fit? Is it about motivation, beauty tips, that kind of a thing? Is it about travel? You know, parenting. Ooh, people need that. Parenting, business mentorship. How do you mentor people in the area of business? I mean, many of these things I can also do. There is something about English language and showing up, speaking grammatically, and all of that. I am not perfect. I do make the mistakes, but rest assured, it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. It's the same thing with my proofreading and editing. After persons have gone to proofreaders and editors, after all that has happened, they come back to Thelma and they say, okay, you have that last eye. It's not that I don't make errors. It's not that I might not overlook a thing or two. It's just that it rarely happens. And so I can safely say, proofreading, editing, come to Thelma. And I offer that in the social media space, online, proofreading and editing. Hmm? And so, right. And so you can still add your variety, you can still add your variety. But what's your core thing? The one thing, it must be clear among the people. Remember, when you stand for one thing, people are going to find you. And once they find you, then they'll reach out to you. They will want your service. And that's also where the income comes in. All right. Pointer number three, give value first, sell later. So I'm talking to you now about how you can also have an income in social media, but that must not be the focus. That must not be the main thing. What should be the main thing is the value that you're adding. You add the value first. The people who grow fast on social media, they understand this principle. Value first, sell afterwards. Yeah? So what does the value look like? It's like teaching something. I come on here and I teach you all the time. I do. I explain, I add the value, I give you the ideas. Right now, I'm sharing the pointers with you about how you can win in the social media space, dispelling the myths and the misconceptions. Yeah, you can explain something to people, you can inspire someone, and people will see you as an encourager. And so when they want coaching or mentorship in finding their purpose just by virtue of listening to what you say, they'll say, Thelma, wow, I think I'd like her to coach me based on how she shows up, based on what she says. in the social media space based on what she says on Value Added Thursday. So yes, I'm a coach too, and I've helped so many persons come into their purpose, starting their businesses, going back to school. I've helped persons starting their ministries. I've helped with all of that. And how would people know that? Well, outside of the fact that I say it, but it's how I show up in what I do right here in the social media space. Always solve a problem. What is a problem that somebody might have out there that you can solve? Many persons have problem with their English, grammatical, English, speaking with confidence, connecting with their audience, knowing the right words to use, increasing, expanding your vocabulary, using EI in speaking, your emotional intelligence. You know what I mean? So all of these things, you're showing up for people, you're answering a common question. You're showing up behind the scenes. You can tell how you do it. As a matter of fact, when I'm through here, during the course of the day, I'm going to do a TikTok post that explains how I come up with my topics on which to post. How do you do it? What inspires you? How does that happen? People want to see, people want to know that. And so I'm going to spend some time explaining that. Yeah. So you give the value first and you sell later. People will begin to trust you when you give the value. And trust is what opens the door to that income. People hear me, they see, they hear other people talk, and so they reach out and they say, I want you to coach me. I want you to do public speaking coaching. I want you to be my public speaking mentor. I want you to be my English speaking mentor. And so I also, but this also in my online business, I tutor those who are non-native English speakers. So they come from all over the world. And that's a special focus that I have outside of just helping persons in public speaking, that I do grammar as a part of it. I do have an online business where I tutor persons who are non-native English speakers. They speak a little bit of English, but they need to, in their eyes, perfect it. And so they come to me. Pointer number 4, use what you already have. Use what you already have. Because a myth out of that is to say you need fancy equipment before you start. No, 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 that's not true. All you need is your phone. You need your phone. You need the natural light. You need, well, you can get some free editing apps. I really don't do editing, especially when I post on TikTok. I just use my phone. I just make sure that what I'm saying is what I want to say. If I make an error while I'm doing it, I just scrap that and I do it again. So I really don't use any editing apps, but that is important. And there are some free ones. Yeah, you can get that. You need your voice. Yeah. How are you going to teach people or help people or inspire people or encourage people or motivate people if you don't have the voice? So you need a voice, you need a story. One of the greatest techniques I say in public speaking is your story. That's what many of those in your favorite motivational speakers, they start right there. They have a story. And because they have a story, that is it. People will want to hear the story. And so what I always say to them, look back in your life. You have many stories in that belly of yours. Formulate them, format them, file them away. When I do my public speaking, coaching, mentoring, I tell them about the 3 F's. Get your story. It doesn't matter from whence it came. It can be in your days of the primary school stage. You can remember certain things about that, your high school stage, living in your community. I could tell you about living in Kingston 13. I was born there. I was living right on Waltham Park Road, across from the Chinese cemetery, right there. My 15-and-a-half-year-old mother who got pregnant had me at 16. Right there, Kingston 13. And every time we moved towards Spanish Town Road. For those of you who are Jamaicans and know what I'm talking about, we didn't move in the opposite direction. And still people look at me and they hear me speak and they think that I'm from uptown. No, I'm a Kingston 13 girl. And I love to boast about that. And we spent years in that community. I went to school in that community, St. Peter Claver Primary School. I went to church in that community, St. Peter Claver Church. And years later, I moved in the opposite direction, but where? Kingston 11, not much better. You see? And so I have a story, and that story inspires persons to know that, listen, it's not where you were born, it's not where you come from, it's what you make of your life. That's the story. I didn't pass my common entrance. As a matter of fact, 3 times. I was not a dull child. I was not a struggling child. But I didn't even pass the half scholarship. In those days, they had half in common entrance. Anybody here knows what I'm talking about? Yeah. But I had a grandmother who said her grandchild has to go to a traditional high school. And so she walked and she walked and she walked. And she got to Holy Childhood. And they said, we haven't got any space. And so if we don't have any space, we wouldn't have desk and chair for your child. And my grandmother said, I will get a desk and a chair made. She was that determined. Guess what? I got into Holy Childhood. Yeah. Mm. Start with what you have. You have a story. You have your skills. What do you have in your hand? The Lord said to Moses, he had a stick, he had a staff. He threw it down. Miracle, it became a snake. What do you have? Start there. Start there. People will follow an authentic person. People follow authenticity, not expensive cameras and all of that. Yes, all that jazz. And the final pointer I'm going to give you is to engage. Don't just post. Engage. Engage with the people. Hmm? Posting alone is not enough. Growth happens when you build a relationship. That is what happened in my TikTok account. At one stage, I had 2,000 something persons on Facebook. Then I saw 5,000. I'm not even seeing when it's growing. Then some months later, when I look, I have 8,000 odd. Maybe some of them I need to delete because they just want to follow Thelma to see what Thelma is up to. 8,000. Why? Because I show up with value. I respond to people. That's important. So you respond to the comments. You engage people. Don't just post and leave it there. You engage with the people. You respond to the comments. You reply to the direct messages. Sometimes some people reach out to you one-on-one. And it might be lying there in your inbox for months, and then you'll come upon it. No, every now and again you check. You're building something here in the social media space. So you reply to the DMs. You go live like I'm live now. You do that. You ask questions. You join in the conversations. Let people feel appreciated when they do their post. Don't idolize social media now. Use it for what it is, for what it's worth, and then don't dwell there or it will become an idol. I just thought I'd put that in there. And especially if you're spiritual, it can eat you up. And you don't want that to happen. When you could be focusing on the word of God, you're there for hours in social media. Do not let that happen to you, please. Do it for what it's worth. Yeah. So you attract people when you engage with them. You want a community? You must act as if you value the people and you're building a community in your social media space. So those are the 5 pointers I want to give you to let you know that you really can make something of social media. You really can win at it. And out of that can come and income, because people will see what you're worth, they'll see your value, they'll reach out to you for your service just by what you say, what you do, how you show up, and being consistent as well. Well, let me give you a bonus here. It can really make you money, and here's how. How can I earn from this? Some people will ask, well, selling your services. You can come on social media and say, listen, I offer this. As I'm telling you, I offer coaching and mentoring. I'm a leadership trainer. So if in your business, in your company, in your organization, you want training on how to show up and show up well, I can even do it through my public speaking, how to speak and to win, how to use emotional intelligence in your organization to get your charges, get your staffers winning and showing up and conducting meetings and all of that and going out and representing you in the space. All right, you can do digital products. Some do affiliate marketing. I'm not into that, but that's an area in which you can win, you can earn in social media space. Digital products, all of what I'm telling you, I can actually put that into an ebook and put that up, and I can get sales for that. You know, simple books, because people want it. They want to know, how do you pronounce this? How do you build confidence to go out on the stage? How do you connect with an audience? I can actually prepare an ebook on that and get sales from that. So it's important, yeah? Paid speaking, your YouTube, monetizing on YouTube, having classes or workshops, and you tell people about those and you get your income. So every post that you do, it's a seed. Every video that you do, it's a doorway to creating that income. Every story is a possibility, gives you the possibility of making an income in the social media space. So social media, don't just see it as entertainment, please, although some people do it as entertainment and they get thousands, millions of viewers, of followers, yeah? But it really is an opportunity if used wisely. Don't use it to degrade people. Don't use it to curse out people. Don't use it to harm. Yes, some perverts are out there that use the social media space to harm others. But we know better, don't we? And we do not stay, we do not visit pages like those. We uplift with what we post in the social media space. So it's opportunities, influence, it's ministry. I use it as ministry too. Rest assured, I'm always going to put in a word for my God at all times, every time. And you go back and listen to this video and you will hear that I put in a word for my God. I can't help but do that. But social media is also a business, and it's your choice when you want to impact life. It's a chance also that you get to impact others. And also in doing that, in impacting others as they change, as they transform, you too are being changed. So you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And you just need some simple things. Your telephone. Right now I'm using my laptop, but your telephone, you have a start button. You hit the start, you have a voice, you have a story. That's all you need. If you've already started, great. What you now need to do is to be consistent. Yeah. So that's the value for today on Value Added Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. It really was a pleasure having you. Please go ahead and share this. Go ahead and share this so that your tribe, that's not my tribe, will learn from this and will do. You know, maybe somebody there in your tribe needs to hear this. So go ahead and share it. I want you to show some appreciation. If you think that you receive some value, then what about hitting the heart symbol there and the thumbs up symbol there? What about hitting those just to show Facebook that you appreciate valuable content, and go ahead and share it with others. Let the notification button, hit that notification button as well, so that when I'm on, you will know. You'll just see beep, and you'll see that Thelma Porter is on, and then you jump on if you can. If you can't at that time, then make sure that as just a few of you are here now, later on during the course of the day, it increases because many persons don't rise at 6 o'clock in the morning Jamaica time. You're busy getting ready for work, getting the children ready for school, that kind of a thing. And I know that, but I do appreciate when you come and you watch it and you listen from the recording. So I do appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I really do appreciate you. I love and appreciate you, especially you who come regularly to this space on a Thursday. So thank you, thank you, thank you, especially my regular Jackie. There you are. So God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. And if He wills, it will be Value Added Thursday again next Thursday. All right. So God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Saying ciao for now.